Hey, it's Coach Fred. In a few minutes, I'm going to head off to my last treatment, 39 of 39 done. And I just want to take a minute and thank everybody. Couldn't have done it without all of you. It's because of all of you that I'm going to get to move forward and keep sharing our story. And I know many of you have heard my story of having 4 major surgeries and prostate cancer by age 39, how I got knocked down, hit rock bottom, how I went on a journey to pick myself back up and find Freddie, how I went heli skiing in British Columbia at the top of the world again and realized I needed to share our story and found Coach Fred, a grateful husband and father, youth athletic coach, financial advisor, and cancer survivor. And I'd like to tell you about what happened the day after I went heli skiing, the day after it changed my life. You see, Scott and I were looking for some adventure, and we knew it wasn't all going to be heli skiing, so we planned to go right to a resort the next day and ski on a mountain. We love going to ski mountains. And at the top of the mountain at Revelstoke, there was an area that you could hike up about another 150 yards past the last lift and drop off into the backside of the mountain. So we decided that that would be great, as close to heli skiing as we could get, and we were going to hike up. About halfway up, I got tired. Scott held on for me, and I caught my breath, and we got up to the top. And as we were sitting there putting all of our gear back on and making sure everything was right, a ski patrol guy comes up, and he comes up to the spot, and there's just this little spot about 3 foot that you can go. There's a big fence off to one side because there's a cliff, and then there's a giant rock wall that comes up on the other side, and there's about a 3-foot place for you to drop off into the unknown. And the ski patrol guy comes up real cautious into his snow plow, and then he straightens his skis and he disappears. Scott and I look at each other, and well, we're not going to climb back down, right? So he's the expert skier, and so Scott goes up to the little spot and he disappears, and now it's my turn, and I drop off into the little thing, and it's about a 5-foot drop down onto this little 3-foot wide path, and the mountain goes straight down beneath us and straight up above us. It's an old bowl, a volcano that the front half had been blown off of. And there's a snowstorm, it's a blizzard, there's a whiteout, you can't see anything. The only thing you can do is move forward down this 3-foot path. And so Scott goes down the path and I go down the path. I could just kind of see him off in the front of us, in the front of me. And we go further and further, and eventually we see that there's ski tracks. This is where they turn down the mountain. So we turn down the mountain, but we still can't see. It's blind, whiteout, and you can just barely see anything, and I could just kind of see Scott off to my side, and we're making our turns by pure instinct, just on what our feet are telling us. Is the mountain getting steeper, or is it flattening out? And we're making literally one turn at a time to catch our bearing and then move forward. Eventually we get down into the trees, and the trees give us perspective, and in the trees everything gets fun, so you're able to see where you're going. We start making turns, and it's awesome. Woohoo! That's what we came for. And then all of a sudden it's over. The ride's over. And if we want it to continue, we got to do the hard work to get all the way back up to the top again. And right away that became a guide for me on the journey that I've been on. See, when I thought it was over when I had recovered from the first two intestine surgeries, and the colostomy bag and 58 staples and all that. I thought it was over, but it wasn't. I was going to go through 2.5 years where I couldn't really digest, and then I had a 3rd major surgery, and I thought it was over. And then I got prostate cancer at age 39, and I beat that, and I thought it was over. And 6 years later, it came back. I think I'm getting the sense that maybe it's not all over. Just because I went through one adversity doesn't mean I'm not going to have another adversity to face. And the thing that I've learned is you got to celebrate. You got to celebrate when you can, because life doesn't give us a lot of time to celebrate. So I'm about to go off to my last treatment. There's a bell you ring to signify being done, and Lisa and Sydney and Andrew are going to be with me, and we're going to get right on the Parkway South and head down to the Jersey Shore where everything is all right. And we're going to celebrate, because life doesn't give us a lot of time to celebrate. Thank you to everyone who's been with me on this journey. It's because of you that it's been so easy. Remember to keep showing up. Every little thing you do matters. And celebrate when you can, because life doesn't give us a lot of time to. I'm Coach Fred. Keep showing up.